popping away, and Kabuki decks Brody with a chop. And a kick. And Brody is shaken. Brody knows that he's dangerous. Kabuki rips Brody. And Kabuki takes a kick, and Brody comes with his own kick. But the severe ability of Kabuki into the face, across the eyes. Kabuki with a green tongue. And Brody, decked by this man of mastery of the Oriental arts. And it is awesome to see a man that size with his ability to do what he can do to a 300-pound Bruiser Brody. Crashing in on him, but Kabuki has that kick, and you can tell how lethal it is the way that Brody went down. Oh, Kabuki regaining his composure. The jab in the neck. A karate, a judo, a type of attack that Kabuki has. And Kabuki with a kick. A drive and a kick. The thrust. The hands. And Kabuki takes charge now. Those lethal hands, and Brody is decked again. It is really fearful to see a man like Brody drop so quickly by the smaller Kabuki. But Kabuki comes right back. Brody has Kabuki in trouble. Kabuki jammed in the midsection again. Brody very confident now. Lifting Kabuki high in the air as he holds him by his neck. Brody. And Kabuki just sprayed Brody with something green all over his face. Brody, rather like a chemical that is sprayed in his face. 1, 2, 3, too late. That is the fall now, and Brody, covered with a green slime or whatever that is. I've seen strange things happen. But
there you see Blackjack Mulligan now putting the claw hold on Bruiser Brody. But watch things very, very carefully now. Watch extremely carefully. The referee, and this, of course, Blackjack Mulligan is famous for. He has won countless matches using that claw hold to the head, and Brody is being driven back to the canvas. Both of these men over 300 pounds. Both of them are 6'5" to 6'7". Extremely powerful. A battle of two complete giants here. And Brody battling his way back. Any average wrestler would have been out of it by now. But this, of course, was at the Omni on June 21st. Now watch as... look at Brody. Watch his hand. See, he's going into the boot. Watch his hand going into the boot. Unaware of this situation. Now watch carefully, because Mulligan is set to go back to try and reapply that. Now watch Brody catching it. Now he had gone into that boot, taking something out. There was no question about it. Notice the way that hand is still clamped. Now covering the hand at count of 3, but there must have been something very, very hard to catch Blackjack Mulligan like that.
All right, Brody, I'm going to tell you something right now. You name the rules, my friend. You got to take something out of your tights. You can't stand it. You got to take something out of your tights. You've always been a man like that, come from behind, hit somebody from behind. Right here in my hand, my friend, is the contract. It has been signed. Texas street fight rules, brother. That means there are no rules. Bring anything you want to, wear anything you want to, and Brody, I'm going to tell you something right now. You're going to need everything you got. You can bring the hog leg. You can bring your hammer. You can bring your nails. I'm going to have my boots. I'm going to have my spurs. Because, brother, here are the boots that for 2 years consecutively took me to the Texas Street Fight Championship in Sweetwater, Texas. And, Brody, you had better be as bad as you say you are, because anything goes. You don't know what I'm going to have in my tights. You don't know what I'm going to have in my boots. Nobody has ever seen anything like this in the history of wrestling. Texas street fight rules, Brody. We're going to see how mean you are, how tough you are, because, brother, there's got to be somebody going down, somebody with some teeth knocked out, somebody hurt, and it's going to be you, Brody.
No.
Today. But what we have here is a failure between me and Brody to communicate just a little bit. But he has got to understand something. He is not going to shove me around like he does everybody else. Now, I understand we got a little piece of film there, match, Gordon. And I want to tell you something right now, Brody. It is a knockdown, drag-out situation. Every time we... You know, it's a very embarrassing situation for you, Brody, to find out somebody, when you give them a punch, a couple of your teeth knocked loose. Or your nose comes off. It doesn't matter. It can be any place. I'll guarantee you we're going to get together.
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. Let's take a look at the last time these two men met in a squared circle. And you talk about a collision of giant proportions. This is it. The match went all over.
Well, I'll tell you what, this thing, but I know stretched imagination can be built as a wrestling match. Because every time Brody and I get together, we just go at it. There's some punches right there, and those are some bombs laying in there. Some big 1-2s. Brody about 300 pounds. We eyeball to eyeball right now. Now, Brody understands only one thing, and that's brute force. And here it comes right there. There's an atomic bomb dropping on him, spinning around, Gordon. When you're dealing with an element like this, when you're dealing with a person like Brody, there's a big slam. I'm going to tell you what, I weigh 3 pounds. Brody's he's a strong man. He's one of the strongest men in the world. We came from him. But as I was saying before, he only understands one thing. And you've got to take it to him hard and fast. Here we go. Probably one of the first times that Brody's ever been off his feet in his life. And I gave him just a little extra added shove there because I was trying to injure him. He's taking control of the match right now, Gordon. He's got me outside. He's got me on the ropes just a little bit. But with a man like him, with a man like Brody, you got to watch every minute. Here he is right here. He's fixing to work me over. I'm fighting back to him in. He's got me hurt a little bit, Gordon. But I realize at this point right now that I've got to do something for the state of Texas. I've got to come flew loose. Right into the post. Brody. Now, Brody's back in the ring. Every time we get together, this thing can start in the ring, but it winds up on the outside and winds up everywhere. Now, I'm fixing to lose my cool at this point, without a doubt. I'm still hammering Brody, but he's taking everything I got, and he's a tough man. He can hang right in there. Here we are going. We back out. We go all over the stadium. We go arena. We're going down the aisle right there. It makes no difference. Here I am saying right here, I'm asking for a no rules, everything. Here we are going. We back outside again. We go all over the stadium. We go all over the arena. We're going down the aisle right there. It makes no difference. Here I am saying right here, I'm asking for a no disqualification match. No rules, everything barred is what I'm saying right now. I'm begging for it. And, Gordon, it doesn't matter where it's at. You pick any state in the union. You pick any place you want to, Brody. Because you and I are going to get together. You're going to quit running roughshod on all these kids down here and quit pushing them around because this old Texas boy, you can't push around anymore. So, Brody, all you got to do is be a man for the first time in your life. Step in the ring, and we'll see how tough Bruiser Brody really is, Gordon.
Yeah. Thank you so very much. Blackjack Mulligan, and we'll be seeing him in action in the ring in just a couple of moments. Mr. Rick Link, Bruiser Brody has just appeared on the scene, as it is quite obvious.
As a gentleman, I want to make one thing clear that you didn't make clear. In the last Omni, Bruiser Brody was the winner, so the score in this whole thing is BB1, Cowboy Mulligan 0. Thank you. Now, as the regular Bruiser Brody, I want to make one other thing clear. Come in here real close, real close. I want you to look at my face. I've been beat up before. I've been beat up by bigger guys than Mulligan, and I've been beat up by smaller guys. And I ain't ashamed to look at nobody out there and tell about it. But let me tell you one thing you forgot, Mulligan. And you better remember it before you climb in that ring in the Omni. If you're one of those few that do get a piece of my... You can bet your last nickel I'm going to get up. Because I always got up when I got beat up before. And when I get up, I'm going to get you. And you know what I mean when I say get you? I'll get him.
Well, it's no disqualification and no count-out.
I don't need a count-out. I don't need a disqualification. What I need is Big Mouth Cowboy Mulligan backing up what he's been passing out.
The ring is the only safe place around here. as they fight with those chairs. Stomper and Bruiser Brody. It was a wild free-for-all was expected, and that's exactly what we've seen and more. But they're not finished. Bruiser Brody's not finished with his Stomper. And Jack Howell is trying to calm both men down, but it's beyond that point. The Stomper and Bruiser, they still want a piece of each other. The referee has just signaled for help. He can't pull the men apart. He's tried it, and this is what happens every time. Brody staying on top, staying on, putting the squeeze of Stomper. And here comes Gary Young. Gary Young came in to help, and he's finding himself quickly getting the blunt of the attack. Now Buddy Landell trying to pull him apart to Coco Samoa. And as all the wrestlers start to come in, this match has busted loose, and Brody wants that Stomper. And now we've got Bob Sweetan. We've got 8 to 10 wrestlers trying to pull him apart. And as they continue, Stomper is fighting. Brody is fighting, and the fans are chanting, Brody, Brody. They are still, I've never seen anything like it. They can't get them apart. As much as they try, both men are bleeding. Both men want to continue the fight. The bell keeps sounding. The referee has already disqualified both men. But it looks like now they've got some kind of order. But Bruiser just busted loose. And when one of them is loose, anything can happen. And now Stomper now going after Bruiser. And they've got each other again. They continue up the aisles. They continue up the aisles. Wrestlers following them, trying to find some opening to pull them apart and keep them apart. What a wild battle this has been between Bruiser Brody and Mongolian Stomper. And Bruiser now is rampaging through the ringside here. He's ready for the Stomper, but they've already escorted the Stomper back to the dressing room.
Size 11. Oh, and the champion is in trouble. The champion is in trouble. Brody, meanwhile, feeling the after effects of whatever that was. Brass knuckles, maybe a bag full of coins. I don't know what it was.
King Kong Bruiser Brody taking advantage. Ric Flair, the blood just pouring down his face, is at the mercy of Bruiser Brody. We could have a new world champion.
Brody working on Flair. Look out, he's down in that three-point stance. He knocked out Tom Andrews.
Andrews is down on the floor. Ric Flair is up. Bruiser Brody is up. Big drop kick from Bruiser Brody.
This could be it for Brody. Let's see. Brody's down. He's got Flair at his mercy.
He's dragging Flair away from
and the crowd wants more.
Brody backed into the far corner. Big knee. Big knee. That's it.
That might be it.
Nobody gets up from that.
A count of one. Oh, it should be a 3 count. Here's Bulldog Bob Brown.
Bruiser Brody's got Bulldog Bob Brown slammed off the top rope. And now Bob Brown is in the ring. Referee Tom Andrews.
He's got trouble. And wait a minute now, Flair jumping on Brody. This match has gotten out of hand, and Tom Andrews down on the arena floor.
Trying to get his wits about him.
They are just beating up on Bruiser Brody.
With Ric Flair holding him from behind. Bulldog Bob Brown hammering away at the left eye of King Kong Brody.
Tom Andrews just coming to, getting up into the ring.
He signaled for the bell.
He wants the bell, and we may have a disqualification.